Let's do something different. Let's have some fun with a photo and typography. So no real drawing in this tutorial, but still it's very, very easy, and I will guide you through all the steps so you don't need any experience at all. And we'll be using free stuff only, so that's great. Except for an iPad and Procreate, of course, but you don't need anything extra. Alright, let's do this. The canvas is 2300 pixels by 3000 pixels, and I have the color profile set to sRGB. And for this tutorial, I have downloaded a photo through unsplash.com. I have a link in the description if you want to use the exact same photo as I'm using in this tutorial. First thing we will do is add that photo to the canvas. To do that, you'll go to the wrench, then to add, and then to insert a photo. It all sounds so logical. Then you can select the photo with the book, and using your fingers you can make it bigger so that it covers the entire canvas. I am going to place it around here, and then you can just click the arrow to get out of the menu. And now we are going to make some adjustments to this photo, and you can do adjustments in the adjustments menu. That's the little magic wand. It says adjustments, and then we will use color balance and set it to layer. And here you have that little sun, and you can set it to shadows, midtones, or highlights. Let's go for highlights and turn this one to cyan a bit, and this one towards the blues, giving it a nice blue glow. We can do that with the midtones and the shadows as well, make that a bit more bluish. You can barely see it. Let's do it with the shadows, making it more bluish. Then we'll go to the layer menu and duplicate this layer. You can do that by dragging to the left and then clicking duplicate. And we will make this layer darker by going to the adjustments again and then selecting curves and clicking layer. And while you have it set to gamma, drag down this little handle a little bit to make this layer darker. I'll go to, well, just a little bit above the middle, and then click the magic wand again. But it's not dark enough. To make it even darker, we'll go to the layer menu and click the plus for a new layer, and we will set this to multiply. Click the N, then go up and select multiply, and this will make everything underneath darker when you paint on it. Let's just do it. Let's go and use the soft brush under airbrushing. And for the color, we will pick this blue. I have a link to the color palette in the description. You can download it for free. So using that blue, and the opacity of the brush is at 75%. And for the size, let's set that to 27%. And let's go over the top area. And over that bottom area, and we'll leave that center area a little bit lighter. Let's make this nice and dark. Then we can go to the magic wand again and use Gaussian blur, set to layer, and then drag your pen to the right on the screen to make it nice and blurry. Let's say 31.6%, and then just click the magic wand again. I feel like it's a little bit too much, so we will click that M and lower the opacity just a little bit. Let's go for 70%. And now we can merge these two layers by pinching them together. And you can see that this layer is a lot darker than our initial layer. And now we are going to add our magical glowing text. First, let's grab a different color for our text. We'll grab the second color in the color palette. Then we'll go to the wrench to add, because we are going to add something. And then add text. And let's go for the H. First, we need to select the H. Then click these two A's over here. And we are going to use Career New. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Let's go for something around 60. 63. And when you click the arrow, you can move it around, but we can also do that later.
Now let's just duplicate this layer so we can make our next letter. Drag it, then duplicate it, move it around, then click on the layer and select Edit Text. And now we can just turn that into an A, and we can repeat it. Duplicate this layer, move it around.
Then click the layer again, select Edit Text,
and we will turn this into a V. Duplicate this layer, again use the arrow to move it. Go to the layer, click Edit Text, and turn that into an E. We are going to repeat these steps until we have fun written on our book. So click that layer, Edit Text, turn it into an F. Duplicate this layer, we're almost there. Let's move this one around. Click it, Edit Text, turn it into a U. And then finally, duplicate this layer, click Edit Text. Oh, I'm still here, but that's okay. Turn that into an N. And let's move it. At this point, you can start thinking about where you want to place your letters and play around with that. I want to start moving the F.
And you can move it around by holding your pen on the screen, sliding it around like this. Then go to the other layer and click the arrow again to move the U around as well. And then the N.
So you can go letter by letter, playing around with them. I think this looks nice actually. Now we are going to twist and turn them a little bit. Let's start with the H. First thing you need to do is rasterize this layer. That's the only way to be able to transform it,
but you won't be able to type anymore. You can see
that right now that H, that's just pixels and no longer it has that A. Let's go to the move tool, the little arrow, and let's go to distort. And now you can drag these handles and change the perspective of this letter. You can just drag it around and it appears to be more 3D.
Then we'll do the same
with the other letter. So first click that layer, then rasterize, then go to the arrow and use distort to move these handles around and change the perspective of these letters. We'll go to the V, rasterize, click the arrow, and change the perspective. Then the E, rasterize, arrow.
I'll drag these handles in the corners a little bit, stretching that right side of the E.
And it's starting to look a lot more playful like this. Let's click the F, rasterize, click the arrow. And also let's make these a little bit bigger since they are closer to the viewer. So first click uniform, make it a bit bigger, and then start to distort it. Let's make it turn the other way around so that it's different than the H. Like that. Then we'll go to the U, click the layer, rasterize, click the arrow. First go to uniform to make it a little bit bigger, and then distort
to move it around and change the perspective.
Finally the N, click it, rasterize, arrow, uniform, make it bigger, and then distort. To keep everything organized, let's go to the layer menu and let's select all of these layers by dragging to the right, like that, and then clicking group. Now I would like to duplicate this group. Let's first fold it by clicking that arrow, then dragging to the left again and selecting duplicate. And now we are going to flatten this group. You can just click the group and select flatten. Now we have one layer with that entire text. And we are going to turn this layer into a glow layer. First we'll click the N here and select color dodge. And now we are going to blur this layer. Click the layer, then the magic wand, and go to Gaussian blur and set it to layer.
And now drag to the right
to create this nice glow. Let's go for 11.3% and then click the magic wand again. Now we are going to add some light to the page. We'll go to the layer menu, then to this layer one, that dark layer,
and we are going to add a layer mask to it. We'll click the layer, then select mask,
and now we can mask parts of this layer. And when we do, parts of that bottom layer will show up. To mask parts of the layer in this layer mask, we need to use black. So let's double tap here at the bottom to select black. And then let's use the soft brush to bring back some of that light page. First, let's make the brush smaller. Let's go for 6%. And let's add some light underneath these letters. Not too close because we want them to, well, we want it to appear as if they are floating above the page. Using very little pressure. Underneath the U and the N. Now we'll switch to the medium brush for a little extra. The opacity of this brush is set to 100%
and the size is at 2%.
And we are going to lighten these areas up even more and make it appear as if these letters are reflected on the page. So I'm making a reflected H here. And here I'll make that A reflect a bit. You don't have to create the entire letter, but those parts that are close to the letter itself. So here you'll see the bottom part of the V. And here you'll see that bottom part of the E.
It'll fade as you move away from the letter.
Here we have the U, make a little arch here. Here we have the N. So concentrate that light where it's close to the letter. And now it looks as if you can see those letters glowing on the pages. To give even more of an oomph to our letters and to our glow, we are going to create a new layer on top of the others. So first click the H here, click the plus, and let's set this layer to screen. First click the N, then scroll down to screen to make a layer that lightens up everything. We'll click this color in the color palette, the third color, and we'll use the soft brush. And now you can go over these letters, just gently, not using too much pressure. And you can add even more of a blue glow. And just build it up slowly, you don't have to go overboard. Just a slight glow. Follow those letters to give them that little extra. And these as well. And finally the N. And if you want to darken the outside even more, then you can also make a new layer on top, click that plus, and set that one to multiply, because multiply darkens everything.
And we can actually just go and grab a very dark color, a very dark blue.
Let me add that to the color palette for you. So right now it's the fourth color in the color palette. Let's make the brush a little bit bigger. 19%. And let's darken the outer edges. Let's go for 40%. Now let's add a nice dark edge. To really give oomph to those letters. Then just lower the opacity to make it a bit more subtle. Click the M. Go to 60%. And there you have it. I hope you had fun with this photo and typography technique. And don't forget to share your work on social media and tag me in the image so I will be able to find it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.